Hey boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of Think Different Television. Alright, today we're going to do interior angles of regular polygons. So here's the new thing, is a regular polygon. We just did polygons. What the hell is a regular polygon? That's what we're going to find out today. First off, what is a polygon? Let's review. Polygon is an enclosed shape with all straight sides, right? So something like a rectangle would be a polygon. And something like a crescent moon would not be a polygon. So this is yes, this is no. Why not this? Because, oh, it's enclosed, but it doesn't have all straight sides, right? We went over that before. But there's a special kind of polygon we're going to go over today, which is a regular polygon. So regular polygon. This is just a generic polygon. A regular polygon has all congruent angles and all congruent sides. So, let's look at some examples and non-examples, because sometimes it's just as effective to look at what is as to what is not. So, for example, a square is a regular quadrilateral. Because all the sides are 90 degrees and all the sides are congruent and all the angles are 90 degrees. What would not be an example? Oh, we drew a rectangle up there. A rectangle is not regular. Even though the angles are all 90, the sides are not the same. This side is not the same as this. All the sides are not congruent. So that does not work. No, 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 no. All right, let's try a triangle. What's it called? Equilateral, right? Or equiangular. All the sides congruent and all the angles the same. That's an equilateral triangle. That's a regular polygon. All angles the same, all sides the same. So any other triangle you can think of, like this obtuse one, for example, is not. Why? Because this angle here is obtuse and that angle is acute. They're not equal. So the angles are not equal. So therefore it is not regular. Okay. Another one. Let's see. So like a pentagon. Kind of like this. See if I can draw it. That's not a very good example. But I'm doing my best. You know what I'm saying? So like all these sides are congruent. And all these angles are congruent. Bam. So if we have all the sides congruent and all the angles congruent. Also we got, if you draw a house, like we talked about before, a pentagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, right? But you see how this is a right angle here? This is acute, so all the angles aren't the same, and all the sides might not be the same, so that's not. This is a regular pentagon. So you have to look for the markings in order to determine whether it's regular or not. You got to look and make sure all the angles have the same mark and all the sides have the same mark. Okay, so let's practice this. So let's say we have a regular hexagon. Okay? Regular hexagon. So let's draw it like this. So I draw like a less than sign and a greater than sign, and then connect them like that. Okay. So all the angles are the same, even though they might not be perfect in the picture. You get the idea, right? And then all the sides are the same, let's say, like that. Okay. That's actually not a very good picture. I apologize, but you get the picture. Get it? Haha. So we got this, this, this. So we have 6 sides and 6 angles. So I want to know, what is the measure of one angle? So the measure of this angle is called angle 1. What is that? The measure of this angle is the same as all the other ones. Okay. Well, we know that this is a hexagon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So 6 minus 2 times 180. So that's 4 times 180, which is what? Yeah, 720. So all the angles in a hexagon equal 720. Now, I want just one of these angles now in a regular hexagon. Well, all of them are the same, right? So if I just break this into 6 equal pieces, 6 equal angles, divide by 6, I get the measure of each one, right? So that's going to be 720. 720 divided by 6 is 120 degrees. So every angle here is 120. 120, 120, 120, 120. There you go. So you notice how I figured out the total angles, the sum of all the angles, and I divided by how many angles I have. Okay, let's try one more. Let's look at this. Let's do a regular octagon. You see these all the time on stop signs. So they kind of look like this. Toot, 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 toot. There we go. There's my stop sign like that. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 angles. All the angles are congruent. All the sides are congruent. So I want to know what the measure of one angle is. It's called the measure of angle 1, let's say. I don't know. It could be the measure of angle A or B or whatever the hell it might be. So what is this angle? Well, let's find out the total first. So step 1, find the total. So that's 8 minus 2 times 180. So that's going to be 6 times 180. We've done this a lot, so you may have memorized some of these already. So that's going to be 1,080 degrees. So 1,080 degrees. So that's going to be all these angles combined. All the interior angles add up to that, but they're all equal, right? How many equal angles do I have? 8, because I have 8 angles, 8 sides. So I divide it by 8. 1,080 divided by 8, and I get 135. So every angle in here equals 135 degrees. Like that. There we go. A little shortcut to this would be this. So we have n minus 2, formula for an interior angle of a regular polygon. We're in that room right there. I'm going to write it right here. So it's, you figure out the total, and then you divide by the number of sides you have. There we go. So you figure out the total interior angles, and you divide by all the equal angles you have. There we go. So let's not even draw a picture. Let's figure out I want one interior angle of a decagon. How many sides in a decagon? That would be 10 sides. Okay? So I want one interior angle. So I'm not going to draw it like this because it's going to be messy and I may not be able to get it, but that's okay. So first off, I got to figure out all the angles in a decagon equal how much? So that'd be 10 minus 2 times 180. So it'd be 8 times 180, because 8 triangles it would make up. Remember that from another lesson? So 8 times 180 is 1,440 degrees. So all the angles in a 10-sided shape equal this. Now I'm going to divide by n, the number of sides, right? N is number of sides. So that I'm going to divide by 10, because I have 10 equal angles. Divide by 10, and I get 144 degrees. So each angle in a regular decagon equals 144 degrees. Nice job. Try the practice. Good work.